Ok MÉNNÉS, bienvenue chez House of Jumpman. L'événement était ouvert pendant 3 jours, le 21, le 22, le 23, vendredi, samedi et dimanche. Et ici c'est présentation de nouveaux produits, 23 Engineer, présentation de la collection Westbrook, présentation de la nouvelle collection PSG saison 2 avec Jordan. Et là, on va même avoir droit à l'interview d'un BG, Roger, Senior Product Director, qui va nous donner encore plus d'informations sur le futur de la marque. Let's go, let's do this. Et il y a Simon juste derrière, mais il se cache. Bang bang, qu'est-ce que vous voulez, je te montre comment c'est le demander, bang bang.
Hot boy.
I think you guys have seen most of the stuff here, but want to make sure you get the backstory on what our intent is and what we're trying to drive. All right, great. So let's start over here. I think this really sums up a little bit of our intent of what we're trying to get after, introducing a modern look of Jordan apparel. It's all inspired by this notion of flight and utility. And if you were at the event last night, we talked about that was the overarching creative direction for the brand. And in apparel, we really took that to heart and used it as a starting point for us to really elevate the brand and the position of where we've been in apparel to a new place. Okay? So this room is really an overall expression around Jordan apparel and the modern look. And it's a mix of different looks, both men and unisex looks.
Okay.
Because we want to show how we're starting to distort and push the perception of what Jordan apparel is through establishing this really kind of more innovative, provocative point of view around how we build product and how we envision great styles like a MA1 or a flight jacket or a basketball short and take it to new place.
The clothes look like more technique like SCG or ISPA in Nike.
Yeah, well, flight utility ultimately gets you to the same or similar place. Yeah, so we don't benchmark other brands or even ACG, but the benchmark is how do we really take a look at flight and utility, what that means figuratively and literally, and then we start to say how could we push that to a new place through a lens of Jordan, right? So that keeps us a little more honest around our own DNA and our own heritage. And so we'll take, the MA1 is something that we've done within the brand many times. What we do here, these are kind of a key look for us, 23 Engineer, is taking a hoodie using spacer fleece, but also having a double layer hood, provocative graphic here, half zip, kind of clean lines and finishing to kind of, again, have a new expression on what a hoodie is. It's a key piece for us.
Looks like something we can run with it.
Yeah, well, the whole idea of spacer technology is like lightweight warmth, right? So hoodies traditionally are all 100% cotton or like 80-20 cotton. This is has a different blend of rayon as well as smaller cotton content, but because it has a spacer technology, is lighter. Yeah. So it's lightweight warmth, and it allows you to, yes, you can get more, you can perform in it, but it's a real purpose is just around warmth and just lightweight warmth and not being so bulky and so heavy. But it's definitely built with a lot of layers here. We took using spacer fleece again, we had a take on what a tearaway pant, basketball pant is by doing zippers. And if you look on this side, it opens up, right? Ooh. So the form opens up, and then you also have the graphic execution also paired with a ripstop nylon. So you get this nice mix of taking a silhouette that we're famous for, a franchise, and then distorting it and taking it to a new place. And it was a great, I think, challenge to our design team, and they did a great job of just being very creative and rethinking, well, what could this pant be? And you need that to kind of push the brand and push what we're doing in Jordan forward. Okay?
With this type of product, a
Yes.
lot of people can, buy Jordan and wear it to do something else of basketball.
Yeah, they definitely can, but I would be very honest, it's like what we're looking at this is not so much as performance product, it's lifestyle product that you could decide what you want to do with it. And I think that, for us, this modern space is really important because we arguably have been thought of as being a little too one-dimensional in apparel. Footwear, we've always had a bit of a history, and both with the game shoe and our retros and what have you. But apparel's always been used as a hook to the shoes. And although we do connect with shoes, and you're seeing the modern look through modern footwear here, we want to make sure that we're starting to carve out a very clear identity of what Jordan apparel is, and that's a real big part of why this whole house is. We did this house at this time and shared this vision with you guys.
Okay.
When you look at the laydowns on the table, a lot of this product, if not all of it, is all offered. This is what's launching in 2 weeks, fall 19. When you look at the styles and looks that we have here and behind you, majority of the product here is going to be launching in spring 20 and summer 20.
Okay.
And the difference that you're seeing here is that we go from muted neutrals, black, white, and a muted green to really starting to introduce color. So color becomes more of a tool for us to really, a lever to really kind of distort again and push the brand forward into new space from color. Very quickly, just more of the same product styled a little bit different, so you get a feel for how it can all come to life.
I like this one.
This utility vest, yeah, it's hard. It's hard, yeah.
Not the same.
Super hard. Like, so this is going to be offered in summer 20, and again, that same spacer mesh utility really coming to life, and you could see it, and it's, we're really excited about that. We think it's super awesome.
Maybe the inspiration for the whole collection is to use a lot of material for one pieces, no?
Well, some of that, yeah. There are elements of this fabric mix that is a part of what we're doing with 23 Engineered. It won't always be that, but I think as we came out, that was a big lever that we used in trying to drive that look. So when we get in here, this is Russell Westbrook. Obviously a very iconic and fashion-driven athlete, very provocative. What we enjoy about working with Russ is that he's very creative. He pushes us to come out of our comfort zone and take chances, as you can see. Russ does a tour each year over the summer in Asia, and this product represents tour merch in a very real way that will be going on the journey with him and be offered to consumers in those markets. And we think it's a real provocative way, number one, to reach our consumers as he's reaching consumers and creating this real energy around him and the Jordan brand in that moment, but also kind of creating energy by doing things that feel very new and young and youthful. So this is another great expression of that with PSG. This is year 2 for us of PSG. This is not the official kit, but this is connected to the kit that'll launch in the next few weeks. When we launched this relationship with PSG, it was very powerful, it was very disruptive, and it was very authentic to both PSG and to the Jordan brand, and it felt really right to our consumers. This is great because it's the away kit that we're connected to. Year 1 was Champions League. Year 2, the away kit. And the big difference here is the use, obviously, of infrared. Very core to who we are as a brand, the Jordan brand, and its connection to the 6 with patterns. So year 1 was very simple, black and white. Year 2, infrared introduced to it, and it feels fresh, you know, and we're very purposeful with this.
And why Jordan Brand choose PSG to do something like that? For the soccer or for expand the power in France, maybe?
Well, I think we talk about it a lot, that when we feel that our partners that we choose all have a commitment to push the boundaries of sport or culture to new space. And I think there was a natural respect and understanding of what PSG represents and does for the community and sport at large, and what the Jordan brand does. And coming together felt like it was really powerful and disruptive in taking sport to a new place. So I think that was really the key deciding factor on why that relationship came together.
So are you supporting the PSG right now?
Excuse me?
Are you supporting the PSG right now?
Me personally? Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So this is what I like to say the Sport DNA room. And this is, like I said before, Sport DNA is a collection and capsule that really is grounded in basketball culture. So what you see here is obviously looks from K54, an incredibly great partner for us, because again, as we discussed even in PSG, pushing the boundaries of what we understand sport and culture to be. And so this is an expression of how we kind of work with them and create a product that resonates and tells this story. What you have here on the table is a mixture of footwear, both lifestyle and performance, relative to K54. And then more modern footwear here that really takes us to a new space, mixed with also some performance footwear there, the HTM, which is great, and then extensions of that in two other colorways.
And what's the relationship with Jordan and the street ball?
And street ball?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's part of the game, right? And it's part of the culture of basketball, and anyone who loves basketball understands that the street game is intrinsically connected to it. The attitude, the grit, the power of the game, and there's so many beautiful things that happen around the game on street ball, around basketball, through street basketball. It's probably the most authentic expression of the game that you can get to. So we feel blessed to be able to be a part of that, and to have great partners that help us bring that to life for the market.
Like K54.
Yes. Absolutely. And so the looks that we have over here in terms of, again, taking basketball silhouettes and flipping them, storytelling here is about MJ's historic 91 playoff run and the rivals that he beat. It was loosely inspired by that. So some of the color kind of...
Lakers.
Yeah, exactly. The Suns, really, actually, Phoenix Suns. So, we're really looking at how do we dimensionalize storytelling and take product to a new place where it feels still grounded in basketball, but feels a little more fresh, feels a little more youthful and bold in its expression.
Okay. How Jordan Brand choose the player to work with?
That's a great question. I'm not really... It's an important part. We just introduced Jason to the family. And Rui has been introduced as well. I think, what I understand is that as the brand is moving forward in this new modern space, making sure our athletes, we're having the best athletes that represent that is really important. Beyond that, I think there's dynamics around choosing the athletes that really... For me, I work on products, so I don't work in sports marketing. I'm just happy to see the players that are new to the family come and the family grow and be more powerful and represent greatness the way that Jordan and the brand represents greatness.
Okay, and the final one, except Jordan, who is the best one, the best player?
Besides Jordan?
Yeah.
No, it's Jordan. It's Jordan. It's not, Michael is the greatest for a variety of reasons, but I don't think that's really a question for many people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I won't say anything.
I appreciate
Thank you very
man.
much, man.
Yes.
It's cool.
Thank you, man.
Bang bang. Ok, mais nous on est avec Simon, le gars sûr de Snipes, aka SNIPES. So Simon, what can you say about this place?
It's a great building, architecture-wise. I love it. I'd love to live here.
Yeah.
It's really nicely made how they show their collection.
Yeah.
Inside the building and outside, what you see behind us. So I really like it. How you like it?
The collection, the pieces is really cool and more technique, like an ACG stuff maybe. So I love the direction.
It's not just functional sportswear. It's fashion,
lifestyle.
It's tech, yes.
And maybe Fashion Week, with the bomber.
It's Fashion Week right now. We should get one.
Yeah. The double face bomber, really nice pieces. And and Roger, it's a very cool guy.
Yes. I like him. That he's. Did you feel that he's kind of a spiritual when he talks about his collection? He's he's in a Zen mood.
Yeah. So we like to talk with him, and he answers a lot of questions. Very nicely.
Yeah, I like what he says about the foundation of the brand.
Yeah.
When it comes to not only having capsule collections with different fabrics, when it comes to what's our base? Our base is basketball culture and sport, and then the base is like a few apparel pieces that will be
and then mix.
Yes, right. and from this base on, you can mix everything up, and you can say this year it's a bit more fashion, next year maybe it's a bit more sporty again. Don't know, but this is when you know your foundation as a brand. It's the best thing you can. And this is what I really liked when he told us.
Do you have a last word for the camera?
You should subscribe Camino TV. It's like the best thing you can do with your life.
Simon, thank you very much, mate.
Thank you.
And guys, go to SNIPES.
Bye bang!
Bye bang!
Did for the 3, did for the highs, did for the crib, did for the side, did for the poach, did for the seal, did for the summers, did for the country, did for the coast, did for them buses, did for them players, doing the